Something strange happens to many men when they start getting closer to Allah. Right when they begin praying consistently, right when they start lowering their gaze, right when they genuinely try to change their life. That's when the temptations suddenly become stronger, the thoughts appear more often, the urges feel more intense, the battle becomes harder than before. And in that moment, a question starts forming in their mind. Why? Why would Allah create such a powerful desire and then command us to control it? If Allah wants us to stay pure, why make lust one of the strongest forces inside a man? Most people try to solve this struggle with simple solutions. They delete social media, they take cold showers, they avoid certain places. They promise themselves they'll never fall again. And sometimes it works. For a week, maybe a month. But then suddenly the urge returns. And when it does, it feels even stronger than before. So the person begins to wonder, is something wrong with me? Why is this test so difficult? But here's the part most people never explain. This struggle isn't a mistake in your design. It is the design. Allah created men with a powerful attraction to women. This isn't an accident. It's part of human nature. The Prophet, peace be upon him, himself said that from this world women and fragrance were made beloved to him, and the coolness of his eyes was in prayer. Think about that for a moment. The same heart that feels desire is the same heart meant to find peace in salah. One pulls you toward the dunya, the other pulls you toward Allah. And right between these two forces is where the real test of a man begins. Because a test only has meaning when the temptation is real. If there were no desire, there would be no struggle. And without struggle, there would be no reward. But there's another layer to this that many people overlook. Lust isn't just a physical test. It's a battle of control. The nafs pushes you toward instant pleasure. Shaitan whispers that no one will know. But faith reminds you that Allah always sees. And every single time you resist that urge, something powerful happens. You strengthen your discipline. You strengthen your faith. You strengthen the part of your soul that chooses Allah over desire. That's why this test doesn't disappear completely. It returns, again and again and again. Not because you're failing, but because every time you face it, you are given another chance to rise. One urge resisted, one gaze lowered, one moment where you could have chosen sin, but you chose Allah instead. And even when a person slips and falls, the real failure isn't the mistake. The real failure is giving up the fight, because the believer keeps returning, keeps repenting, keeps trying again. In the end, the real victory was never about living without desire. Allah didn't design men that way. The real victory was learning how to control the fire without letting it burn your soul. And every moment you fight that battle sincerely, Allah sees it, even when no one else does.